Honey, I'm home.
Back here,
All right.
sweetie. How was it?
Worst weather I've ever seen.
You should put some coffee on. It'll warm you up.
So, hello everybody. Welcome back to
Hey,
some
handsome. This
Alan
is gonna
Wake
be a long
Remastered.
night, but these shots are turning out great.
I guess you're gonna need that coffee then. I'll go put it on.
Um, so yeah, we started episode 2, and like I said last part, I'm gonna try and just record all of episode 2 and then cut it into 2. I don't know. Okay, well that's another thing. Okay, well let's pick this up first.
This was a late goodbye. 13 years after I'd gotten my revenge, it had finally caught up with me. It had been a long time to bear the
Oh,
pain.
hang on.
It's true what they say about the fall and the sudden stop at the end. I'd lain here in the snow while the lurid chain of scenes that had led me here kept playing in my head. A rerun of my own private snuff movie. A memory of my corpse. Alone at my own wake. Thinking in metaphors again. The femme fatale was gone. Only a sour taste remained of the kiss that killed me. This was a late goodbye. 13 years after I'd gotten my revenge, it had finally caught up with me. It had been a long time to bear the pain. My blood painted the snow red. A gruesome slushy dissolved all the scattered painkillers and leisurely dripped down to the sewer, mingling with the bile of the city, becoming one with it. I can see them now, my wife and my baby. Honey, I'm home.
All right. So we had something else here. Return to sender. What I can't forget. Alex Casey. Things I want. The fall of Casey. All right. So let's see now. Okay. So yeah, that takes me to Vision 2 on YouTube. I really wish that that was something that I could do like in video. I did, to be fair, I never actually looked at the last one either, but anyway, yeah. So I'm just gonna record all of episode 2 and then cut it into however many parts I need. Hopefully, I can cut it into just 2. If they're a little bit longer, that's fine. If they're too much longer, obviously not. One thing I will say though, my music is turned completely off now. I had it turned down before, and I still got a copyright strike on both of my on
Coffee's
both the
on.
first 2 videos,
Great, thanks. I'll need it
and
when I
had to
finish this
go in
by
and
tomorrow.
edit out the audio or edit out the music. So this time, just shut off the music. Also, this game doesn't seem to like to go into quick resume mode because I had no audio, which is weird because like the clicking here, that was there, but during like the opening cutscene for this episode and that there was no audio at all. And I thought, oh, did they really? Because some games tie cinematic audio to the music. So I went back into my audio, but the cinematic volume is a separate category, which worries me because that's probably where the music was playing before.
Oh, hey, I just finished those cover mock-ups. They're on your desk. Tell me what you think.
No kidding. I didn't think you'd get them done this quickly.
On occasion, I can perform all sorts of miracles, my dear.
All right, let's see what his covers look like, though.
These look really good.
Oh, sure, until Barry gets his hands on them. Which, by the way, will happen over my dead body. The last time was the last time. Oh, and speaking of Barry, he called. Alan! Alan! Please check the fuse box!
I'm right here. I'm on it, honey.
Please hurry!
Yeah, I don't know where that is. Oh, it's right near the front door. I guess that does make sense.
Honey, it's a power outage. I've got the flashlight.
Okay, hi.
You okay?
I'm sorry. It just really spooked me.
Don't worry. We'll just break out the candles.
I know it's stupid, but it's just... Especially when I'm not prepared for it, you know? It gets to me.
I love you.
Tell me a story, writer.
Okay. I used to have these nightmares when I was a kid. The dark really spooked me, too. When it got really bad, my mom gave me this old light switch. She called it the clicker.
The clicker, huh?
Yeah. If I ever got scared of the dark, I could just flip the switch and a magic light would scare the monsters away.
Oh, sure.
Here it is.
Alan.
Maybe it'll help you, too.
Yeah, nice story, writer boy. You made that up right now, didn't you?
No. Seriously.
I love you, even if you are a liar. Thanks for this.
I mean, he's a writer, so kind of a liar.
How do you feel, Mr. Wake? Any nausea, disorientation, anything like that? Mr. Wake, how are you feeling?
Been
I'm
better.
okay. My head's fine. I had to lie about my headache and memory loss. He'd send me to a hospital for tests. I couldn't leave without Alice.
Very well. I don't think you have a concussion, but you've obviously been through quite a shock. You should take it easy for a couple of days.
Thanks.
Oops.
Well then, Mr. Wake, we're done here. If the pain gets any worse or you experience any other symptoms, you should come see me. I'll let you get on with it then. Sarah, Sheriff Breaker, is waiting for you. She's very good at her job. I'm sure she can locate your wife in no time.
Doc Nelson was the image of a small-town doctor. Sheriff Breaker had called him to the station to take a look at the cut in my head.
Okay, I'm just trying to, because I could have swore, like, and it wouldn't surprise me, because it happens in a lot of games in that too.
I'm sorry you had to cut your morning fishing short for this, Doc.
But,
She's a beauty, ain't she? Not the biggest I ever caught, if you can believe that coming from an old fisherman like me, but she's right up there. Now, she's a largemouth bass, which is what you're after if you prefer a lure. Now, if you want either trout or salmon, on the other hand, then it's fly fishing for you. You a fishing man, Mr. Wake? Oh, doesn't really matter, I suppose. But it can be very relaxing out there. You can't get me off the water this time of year. Closest thing to heaven.
I'll take your word for it, Doc.
but yeah, like, I noticed there that in the cutscene there with the flashback that he wasn't wearing his wedding ring, and I remember in the first part he wasn't wearing it, and then he was, and I was just trying to see if it is part of his character model, but I can't really get a good solid look at that hand for some reason. Either that or else it's just not there. But it wouldn't really surprise me all that much.
Thank you for testing the lights, Miss Weaver. Everything seems to be
Because, like, I noticed that in, like, a lot of video games and movies especially. I think I actually talked about it in Assassin's Creed. Knack for winning contests? Okay. On a camping trip, overdue, haven't been in contact. If you have seen them or know their whereabouts, okay. Because, like, I know in video games, like I mentioned in Assassin's Creed, at the beginning there, they give the
Come
one
in, Mr.
guy...
Wake. Your phone's on the desk. The battery was dead. It's charged now.
Yeah. They give the one guy a ring and then it disappears because they, for some reason, don't make the ring part of the character model.
Mr.
They make it
Wake,
a separate
the
object
sheriff
and it
is waiting
causes a
for you
lot
in
of
her office
problems.
down the corridor. That was Cynthia Weaver. I guess you can call her the town eccentric.
Oh, there we go.
She used to be the editor of the local newspaper.
And
She's
so they
focused
just
on,
like don't
other
have
things these
them
days.
wearing it for a lot of it. But I noticed that it happens in movies as well a lot. Like,
Alice looked through the viewfinder, lining up the shot. Cauldron Lake was breathtaking. Something caught her eye. A figure standing in the shadows behind the cabin, like a thin woman in a black dress. She lowered the camera and looked again. No one there. just a collection of bushes that looked vaguely human-shaped. She shook her head and laughed.
Because like obviously in movies and TV shows and that they have to do reshoots sometimes. Sometimes it's just because like they do a part and like the audio is messed up or something. There's like a million reasons
The
why they
sheriff
might
wants
need to
to see you in
reshoot a
the office,
scene.
Mr. Wake.
And I've noticed that in a significant amount of them, movies and TV shows, the one thing that they don't seem to keep track of as much is the jewelry and especially the rings that people are wearing.
Your phone, Mr. Wake?
Yeah.
Have you started looking for my wife yet?
My men are already on it. Now, can you tell me what happened?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. We were arguing. I walked out of the cabin.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake? How did you end up at Stucky's gas station?
I wanted to tell her what had happened last night, but I couldn't. She'd lock me up. Excuse me. I need to take this. Hello?
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
Stop talking to the law. You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
Who is this?
Go to the back lot. There's a hole in the fence on the left. Look inside the junker. I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page here. After you ditch the cops, you're gonna meet me in Elderwood National Park. There's a spot called Lover's Peak. Midnight. Don't do nothing stupid, pal.
Mr. Wake, can I help you with anything?
I need to get some air. The sheriff said I could go out back.
Of course, Mr. Wake. You can get there through the cell corridor.
Hey, mister! Hey, can you turn the light? The light's on! The deputies, they don't understand. They won't let... Thank you, man, thank you. Hey, you're alright. You're a good guy. Don't let anybody tell you different. You know, I shouldn't even be in here. The cops, they got it all wrong, see?
Do they?
Sure, I beat him up, but I wasn't drunk. I mean,
Are you sure?
I wasn't drunk at the time. I only got drunk afterward.
Well, okay.
Listen, you gotta listen carefully now. Here's the kicker. That wasn't Danny. No, sir. It only looked like him. You wanna know who it really was? I'll tell you who it really was. It was a goddamn space alien! I know it sounds like something a drunk would say, but believe me, I wasn't drunk then.
Okay.
In spite of its human mask, to describe the dark presence as intelligent would have implied human qualities on something decidedly inhuman. Nonetheless, it found the one spot in the diner that was dark enough. Some light spilled into the corridor, ravaging it. But it took the pain. Horrible as it was, the writer would soon fix that. He would be coming to the one place where it still had power.
All right. But yeah, as I was saying, there's a lot of like movies and TV shows that I've noticed that in. Like if you ever watch,
The early morning light hurt my eyes and made my head ache. The man
Yeah,
on
I
the
could
phone
see
had
that.
said, "Go through the fence on the left."
like if you ever watch Two Broke Girls, there are multiple scenes where they are wearing different jewelry. If you watched one that really stood out to me because it seems so obvious, and they have people on set that specifically to get continuity between shots when they have to reshoot
The
something.
caller had told me to find a hole in the
Yeah,
fence
thanks.
behind the police station. There was something
But
formed
if you ever
in an
watched
abandoned car.
Paranormal Activity, oh, I think my package was delivered. Nope, it was shipped. Okay, other package.
Well, folks, it's been another long night, and it's about time for me to sign off for a while. God knows I need my beauty sleep. Just one more item before I go. It's been a busy night for the sheriff's department. We've had a few broken windows, even a report of shots fired on Main Street. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton had to deal with two intoxicated young men who were celebrating the completion of their Deerfest float. Now, folks, we get this every year. I know it's exciting, the big day's almost here, but let's save it for the party and leave the gunplay for the shooting competition, huh? There's no point in getting all worked up yet.
But yeah, so in Paranormal Activity 4, the main girl in that show, she doesn't wear rings at all throughout the show. But there's one scene where, well, not one scene, I think it's a couple of scenes, where they must have had pickup shots later to film those because she's inside wearing no rings, and then she goes outside and goes to a treehouse or like a, I guess it's not a treehouse, it's like a play fort, I guess, I don't know. And she's wearing all the rings in the world, and then she gets inside the little fort thing there, and she's no longer wearing any. And it's just like, I know they have people specifically to like get continuity and everything, and it's such
Alice's
like a
driver's
simple
license
thing to
had been placed in the
correct.
front seat. The caller meant business.
So it always just like amazes me that they don't catch those when they should.
The kidnapper fired his gun one last time, and the shadow vanished into the darkness it had come from. See? Nothing to it, Wake. The thought of Alice in his hands was revolting. We stood on the wooden platform of Lover's Peak, the waterfall in the mountain behind us, the lights of the radio mast blinking red in the heights above. I fought with the urge to take a swing, force myself to speak. Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife?
All right. So that's obviously going to happen at some point. Was this like, that wasn't on my list of stuff here.
Barry?
Ow! Ow! Thank God! Where the hell have you been? I've been trying to reach you for a week. You and Alice. Oh, I've been worried sick. I flew out yesterday. I'm here in Bright Falls.
Barry, listen to me. I'm at the sheriff's station. Come and get me. I can't talk now.
Ow! What the hell is going on?
I had to get the sheriff to let me go. I needed to get to Elderwood National Park to meet Alice's kidnappers.
Yeah, that's super weird. That that manuscript page was not on my thing.
A writer is a light that reveals the world of his story from darkness, shapes it from nothingness. The way a sculptor carves a statue from a block of granite. If I stop, the world I'm making dies. Darkness will reclaim it. It's a long, hard journey into the dark. Alice's life is at stake, but I can't think about that, or I'll lose it. The dread lingers at the edge of perception. I'll push on. Anything is possible here. I'll write the story. I'll save her.
All right.
Marvelous, Sarah. I just wanted to settle all the damage the Anderson brothers might have inadvertently caused.
Are you feeling any better, Mr. Wake?
I'd like to leave. Am I free to go?
Well, we still need to talk about...
Am I under arrest?
No, of course not. But I need to know where you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is known for its roaches. The cabins at Elderwood are pretty nice, though.
That sounds perfect.
I'm Dr. Emil Hartman. I'd like to invite you to stay at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Did you talk to my wife?
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation with her on several occasions.
Did you set something up with her?
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
Oh, hey! Oh, my! Take it easy.
I mean, dude.
Hey, nobody move. Get your hands off of my client.
Who are you?
I'm Barry Wheeler, his agent. If you have business with Mr. Wake, you talk to me. You yokels won't know what hit you once I sick my lawyers on your asses.
No harm done, Sarah. I'm all right. I don't want to press charges. Mr. Wake, my offer still stands.
Get me out of here.
What the hell was that about, Al? We don't need a replay of that thing with the paparazzi. I thought they were gonna lock you up.
I had to talk to someone. I told Barry everything. He thought I was certifiable, but when he heard about the manuscript, I had him. The fact that I'd written something, even if I couldn't remember it, was enough for him. He smelled money. and he believed that Alice had been kidnapped. Anything beyond that was another story.
I
I
mean,
had a midnight
that
appointment
makes
with
sense.
the kidnapper in a place called Lover's Peak, somewhere in Elderwood National Park. The plan was to rent a cabin.
I don't like it, Al. I don't like any of it. It's not good. In fact, it's the absolute opposite of good.
Mr. Wake! Barry, you found him!
Hi, Rose.
Oh, wow. I was just thinking about you, too.
Great.
I was just bringing Rusty some coffee. He's on the balcony, looking after Max. Poor thing. I really need to go. Great to see you again, Mr. Wake. Later!
Who's Max?
What an airhead.
Jeez, Mr. Takes a swing at everybody. This is not her fault. She's a very nice girl and, more importantly, a fan. She even has a fan site dedicated to you.
That's not good. Usually, the skeleton of a Columbian mammoth, Mammothus columbi, this specimen, estimated to be 14,000 years old, was recovered from the La Brea tar pits in 1981. It was donated to the Elderwood National Park in 1998 when the Columbian mammoth became Washington's state fossil. They have state fossils now? Named Bucktooth Charlie, stupid name for a mammoth, it has since become the park's official mascot. I don't know why you would need a state fossil. I mean, whatever.
Seriously, Al, what you were saying in the car? Just listen to yourself. What, you shot a guy and his body just disappeared? When was the last time you slept? What, are you high? Have you been drinking?
No! Look, Barry, I'm missing a week, and someone's got Alice.
Do you
and
understand
everything's just...
what it sounds like when you say stuff like that? Don't get me wrong, it's a good story, could be a bestseller. But when you start confusing fiction with reality, you're buying yourself a ticket to the funny farm.
Wait here.
Alright. So Max is his dog. That makes sense. Fairly
Easy
common
there,
name
boy.
for a dog.
Almost done.
Hey, Rusty, right? You rent cabins.
Oh, Mr. Wake. I'd shake your hand, but mine are kind of full here. Actually, I'm sorry about this. Would you mind grabbing the registration form from the desk? It's just across from Bucktooth Charlie.
Okay, sure. What happened?
Okay, maybe you should have asked that before.
Al, you can't just go and meet a kidnapper. Those situations always end up in disaster. You gotta talk to the cops.
Nah.
She's my wife, and it's my call. Can we talk about this later?
No. This whole thing... Listen, you hit your head. I mean, geez, Al, come on. You gotta understand how crazy all this sounds. If you're trying
Just
to
because something sounds crazy doesn't mean it
out,
isn't true.
It's working. Ha ha, let's have a laugh on Barry. Well, you had me going there real funny, Al. You can quit it now.
Nope. Alright, anyway.
I think this is the form you wanted.
And here are the keys. Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake. Glad to have you staying here.
Thanks. Can you tell me how to get to Lover's Peak?
Oh, sure. It's at the end of the nature trail. Just follow the paths, you'll get to it eventually. It's an easy walk. Nice spot, too.
Okay, so clearly the dog got caught in a
If you have
trap.
any trouble finding it, just keep your eyes on the radio mast. It's right below that. Oh, and hey,
Okay.
if you take a walk in the woods, watch your steps so you don't end up like Max. I guess I'm a little worried. We got a bunch of campers out there we haven't heard from. It's not like these people are on a schedule, but with the traps, well, you know. I just don't want any trouble.
Right, thanks.
Yeah, that makes sense. That he wants trouble, not that there's a
You're
bunch of
asking
traps there.
me to believe that you shot a dude who went poof into thin air, a guy who was bulletproof until you pointed a flashlight at him. You hear that from people who end up spending time in padded rooms, strapped to their beds, wearing white shirts with too long tangled up sleeves, and eating a healthy diet of pills. Al, you make cruel jokes about people who believe that kind of stuff. You're the skeptic. You gave me an hour-long lecture on homeopathy last month. What was it? If there's no proof, it's pure bullshit. Period.
Guess the laugh's on me then.
Al, come on! I mean, okay. Okay, maybe something weird happened to you, okay?
Well, thanks for the heartfelt vote of confidence.
All I'm saying is you gotta throw me a bone here, bestseller. What would you think if it was me? There's no way you should be going out at midnight with a gun.
No one asked you to come here, Barry. Either work with me on this or go straight back to New York. Your choice.
Yeah, that's right. I'm probably your biggest moneymaker. So therefore, you have to do it.
That's just crazy talk, Al. Al! Al? We should go to the sheriff or call the FBI.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her! This is not a goddamn debate, Barry. I'm going to Lover's Peak. He said to come alone.
Okay then. I understand. But you're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head. Tell me what to do to help, and I'll do it.
You stay here, and if I'm not back by morning, call the cavalry.
Allergies?
Just be careful with the natives, Al. These yokels are dangerous. Everybody hates a tourist, or it'll be Deliverance all over again.
You better hope not. Specifically you. Better hope not. I know what happened to the fat guy in Deliverance. I watched that movie. It's I mean, it's a good movie. It's you know, obviously, you know, a bunch of not good stuff happens in it. So what controls this lamp, and why is this side of the house super dark? That's weird. Alright, let's see. Alright. Let's see. There we go. Now, do I even have a... Yeah, I don't have a gun even. So I don't know why he's like, well, you can't go out there with a gun. And it's like, yeah, apparently not, because I don't have one. Yeah, I don't seem to. Nope, that's jump.
I'll wait here, Al. I'll hold down.
Oh, there we go. Now I got a gun.
I'll be with you in spirit every step of the way, Al. Locking the door now.
Yeah, you probably should.
Barry had never gotten along with Alice, but he knew Alan loved her with an almost frightening intensity. And now something had happened to Alice. And here was Al armed with a gun and saying things people got put in padded cells for. It was as if his friend had experienced a massive psychotic episode and was now totally disconnected from reality. It scared the shit out of Barry.
Yeah, I can see that. Because I only have 12 bullets. And I'm reasonably certain that I had more than that before. Because I couldn't even carry any more before.
I knew I should have gone to the cops. This wasn't the smartest thing I'd ever done, but I was still angry with Barry for trying to talk me out of it. These people had called me right in the sheriff's station. The cops wouldn't scare them, and they had Alice.
I mean, no, you're right. I mean, here's the thing, though. You still should go to the cops. Okay, I'm assuming that was a bird. Because there seems to be a lot of them. Oh, wait, hang on. Before I do that, let's switch on the lights.
Welcome back to the show, folks. As promised, our very own Dr. Nelson has just parked his rear end in the studio. Doc, what's your Deerfest plan like?
My plan? You make it sound a lot more organized than I ever seem to manage. No plan, really. Just taking the atmosphere. I'm getting a little too rickety to do much more than that, you know.
Oh, tell me about it. No sack race for us older gentlemen, huh?
Yes, exactly, Pat. But I'm going to check out the parade, of course. And I'll be one of the pie contest judges, too.
Well, that takes a different kind of constitution.
Oh, yeah, it's my kind of exercise.
Now, Doc, seriously, you're in pretty good shape, though. You're the outdoors type. I know for a fact you're an avid fisherman.
That's right. Matter of fact, just caught a heck of a largemouth bass early this morning.
But you're not taking part in the fishing contest?
No, not this year. See, Pat, I'm just not that competitive anymore. Now I just like to take my time and enjoy the peace of it. It's no fun if I need to worry about what I'm catching, you know?
Well, considering your track record, the participants are probably pretty happy you feel that way.
Well, Pat, that's kind of you to say.
All right. It is some nice little background into the community and whatnot. I don't have a sprint button, do I? If I do, I don't know what it is. Tire swing, lookout. Yeah, I don't know. He said to keep an eye on the radio mast, but I don't even see that. Okay, that was weird. Nope, I need to get into this cabin. Somehow. Oh. That's a hell of a slope. Okay, can I climb the fence? Nope. There we go, though. That'll work. Yeah, kick it down. Okay, that's weird. Wow, this place is, fucking, is that blood? Or is that wine? And why is it, like, such, like, a square pattern? That's super weird. Oh, do we get another, like, Twilight Zone?
Punishment. The cancer and cure of civilization. But some crimes are impossible to punish, especially in Night Springs. Tonight's episode, The Man in the Mirror.
He's inside, Agent. He's a weird one.
So, you're confessing to killing that guy, huh? Why?
Had it coming?
Yeah, but why would you do that? I mean, you're a nice guy. Normal. Took your kid to a soccer game. So how come at the game, you pick a guy and, quoting from the arresting officer's report here, assault the victim's head area repeatedly with the weapon of choice being a pair of bare fists? Wow, that sentence really flows, huh?
I feel like that's not how it would be written in the report, but whatever.
So you mess him up. But why? Who was that guy? We couldn't ID him. Why would a guy like you do him like that?
I didn't like his face?
Well, you must have hated it, because you really went to town there. I mean, there's no way to tell what he looked like. No ID on him either.
That must be difficult.
But then we ran the fingerprints. Got a match. Your prints. Identical.
Huh, how about that?
Your son said you were wearing a white shirt when you took him to the game. But the white shirt is on the dead guy.
It's plenty red now.
You won't get away with this.
Do you really think that's in any way relevant to me? I had plenty of time to talk to my boy before the cops arrived, you know? He won't stop screaming, am I right? You think he's ever gonna be okay? I left my mark, believe me.
You bastard.
What? You gonna shoot me? What's the point? I'm going to prison. You got me.
I don't understand any of this.
And you never will. Don't worry. Maybe you'll see me again, Agent. Maybe in the mirror.
I like these little episodes of Night Spring. They really remind me of Twilight Zone episodes, or even like, well, no, not really. I was gonna say X-Files episodes, but I guess kind of, because I mean X-Files was also like weird stuff, but there was obviously a lot more uh, of a through line between the different episodes of X-Files, whereas a lot of the Twilight Zone episodes were, just like one-off stories. Not all of them, though. There was some that had multiple episodes dedicated to them, and some where the episodes were even spread out. Do not feed wildlife. $100 penalty, eh? That's so that the animals don't become dependent on the humans. And so that they don't, like, constantly come around to
Rose knew that
human
Rusty
areas.
was in love with her, and she liked him too. She liked him a lot. He taught her to dance, and life had certainly taught her the value of a man who was gentle. He treated her well, made her smile, made her feel good. But Rusty wasn't the prince of her dreams, and that tended to underline the unbearable truth. She was no closer to that Hollywood magic than he was.
Rose and Rusty, eh? I mean, Rose seems nice. Maybe a little obsessive, but I mean, yeah, not necessarily. Don't really like. Oh, that's not good.
The air in the visitor center was heavy with an awful smell, as if some rotten drowned thing had crawled up from its grave. Rusty kept coughing blood. My eyes were drawn to the twisted shape of his broken leg. The attack had been vicious. Max whined in his cage. Rusty's eyes were wild with fear and terror. He gasped. "Mr. Wake, it happened just the way it was on that page."
Okay. Visitor center. Isn't that where I was before?
The vision left me weak. This was no head injury. Rusty, damn.
Rusty, hang on! Oh, God. I'm coming! Please, help me!
I'm coming, Rusty. Unfortunately, I don't.
Help me!
Oh, I do have a sprint button.
Help! Help me!
Oh.
Can you hear me? Anyone! Please help!
I'm
Hello?
coming, Rusty.
Back here. I'm back here.
Wow, that's a lot of blood, dude.
Mr. Wake? Oh, hell. It happened just the way it was on that page. I found. Came true. It knew. So dark. It'll come back for me. You must. The lights. In the office. I have the key.
Okay, Rusty. Hang on. I'll be right back. Whatever did this couldn't be far. Rusty had found a page from the manuscript. It would help me understand what had happened.
Okay, I don't. Like, in the office, not in the visitor center, though? Like, over there, maybe?
The only way to make sure that Rusty was safe was to get the power running and the lights back on.
Okay. But this says. Find a car near. Okay, so where's this one now?
The visitor center was sturdy, but the impact turned the front of the building into splinters. Rusty was thrown across the lobby like a rag doll and hit the far wall hard. It didn't hurt until he tried to move and saw his leg bend the wrong way, felt the broken ribs stabbing him on the inside. Rusty howled in pain and fear, suddenly afraid to die alone.
Okay. So they got their left and right mixed up again. I would really like to know what causes that in a lot of these guides that I seem to find. Because, yeah, they said after the event with Rusty, go left. And that is very clearly right. Kind of wish that there was like an explanation to the coffee thermoses besides, he doesn't but like he doesn't actually mention it. Like he has nightmares and that, so it kind of makes sense that he would be like chugging coffee to stay awake. But it just doesn't seem to have an actual like purpose, which is weird. And like I'm not saying that like they should have made it where if you don't find one for X amount of time, you fall asleep or something, but it would have been nice if there's it doesn't even have to be like a big mention. It's just nice when collectibles actually are mentioned at all.
At the last instant, I changed direction and threw myself down. The axe splintered the trunk of a tree. I stumbled into the pool of bright light. My lungs burned. I was too exhausted to move. I tensed as I waited for the killing blow, but it never came. I raised my head. Nothing moved in the darkness beyond. For the moment, bathed in the cold light, I was safe.
Which realistically doesn't make sense, because like in a lot of things where it's like, oh yeah, they can only get you when you're in the darkness, but it's like, okay, but why can't they get me from outside the darkness while I'm in darkness, like 42 shots, so that's good.
I was too late. Someone had destroyed the circuit breaker. There was no way to get the lights back on.
Rusty! I don't think Rusty made it.
The ground was covered with oily patches that looked like liquid darkness.
Was it just the two? Unfortunately, he did shoot a couple of shots into the dude in behind.
Had torn a mammoth-sized hole in the wall.
My.
Please don't feed the animals.
Does that mean Rusty is going to be our bad guy for this?
Is only permitted for those purchase a park fishing license.
Yeah.
No
Rusty got taken over.
At all times. Rusty? Rusty, no! Never. Closer than 100 yards. Two bears and wolves. Never approach any other wildlife closer than 25 yards. Pets must be leashed at all times. Never leave your pet unattended.
Gotcha. Oh, come on.
To remove any natural objects or historical artifacts from
yeah.
This includes even you many find along the river or even simple berries.
There we go. Defied the park ranger. Okay, I guess you can call it that. Nice. Got both with one charge. I still kind of wish, though, that, oh, look at that. There's ammo. Wow, all the ammo that I could ever need. That there was, like, another button, maybe, or something when you aimed your flashlight, whether to, whether to, like, whatever, to condense the beam. What the hell is that term called? Strengthen the beam, whatever. Mainly because, like, you can't aim your gun without doing it, and like, after you've already got rid of the shadows around them, you don't really need your flashlight to be strong.
What the hell was that? I saw it from the window. I saw something.
Forget about it, Barry. It's just me going crazy.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. You're not crazy. I wish you were crazy, but you're not crazy. Ow, be careful.
Stay in the cabin. Don't open the door for anyone. I mean
Keep
it.
the lights on. How many pages are we? Okay, still quite a few. I figured that's probably a good way to judge how
In
far
that
we are
last
into a
instant of
part.
consciousness, Rusty thought about
Or
Rose.
into an episode.
He was older than she was. Rose was barely out of her teens, but she made him feel young and forget what a train wreck his long-dead marriage had been. He still wore the ring. He'd been waiting for her to tell him to take it off. Now she never would.
I mean, I don't. How old is Rusty? I mean, because like, yeah, Rose looks like she's maybe 20, but I didn't really hang around Rusty all that much. So I mean, I don't know exactly how old he is. I mean, clearly both adults. So I mean. Yeah, is this Lover's Peak? Do not feed the wildlife, maybe. There. Nope, alright. Must be across the bridge then. Oh, yeah, right there.
Lover's Peak was at the far end of the nature trail.
Moonshine Cavern. Caves or cavern? I saw the word cave and I recognized that there was letters after it and that, but didn't actually bother to read them. Oh, it's so nice outside today. Get to sit here with my window wide open. Oh, so nice. Relax. Get my feet up. Shotgun. And maybe some flare gun. Oh. Nice. Flare gun and shotgun. That is fucking awesome. Moonshine Cave. This cave was a site of frequent and lucrative bootlegger activity throughout the Prohibition. It was mostly used for temporary storage of alcohol smuggled from Canada, but at times alcohol was also distilled on the premises. Yeah, that makes sense. A long cave. Now let's see. He does run out of gas, which is unfortunate, but whatever. Just means that I shouldn't run unless I have to. No, that's not good. That usually means bad guys. More batteries. I wonder how many batteries I can hold. Yeah, hi, dickheads. Ow, prick. Oh, fuck. Kind of wish I had a dodge button, but that doesn't seem to be a thing. At least not that I know. Overspeak. And unfortunately, I can only cover my health in underneath like the street lights and that. supposed to be, huh. A page to the right. It said to veer right. But right seems to be like, I don't know, the way to go. Although, oh yeah, duh. Lovers speak that way. Alright, so it's not the way to go. Good. Yeah, they really make you go out of the way for some of these.
Nobody in Bright Falls seemed to know where Al was, but Rose, the waitress at the diner, had seen him. From what Barry could tell, Al pretty much fell off the face of the earth when he left the diner. Rose was just the kind of fan that Al hated, but she really tried to help. She was smart, too, knew a lot about what was going on in the town, knew a lot about Al, even knew who Barry was. Barry liked her. That was no big surprise. When it came to women, Barry and Al rarely saw eye to eye.
I mean, it's kind of a weird way to phrase it. They rarely saw eye to eye on women. It's like, it really depends on what you're talking about, though, don't you think? Where it's like, and Lover's Peak is that away. There's a cafe souvenir shop. Lover's Peak is still further that way. But this should give me my health back. And a checkpoint. Shotgun ammo and a shotgun. So I'm now up to 8 shots with that. Probably should use it more than I do, but you know. Alright, well, continuing on. Oh, hello. Oh, that guy was tough. Felled by lightning, eh? Oh! See what I mean about needing a dodge button? Like, I knew that guy was there, but all I have is jump, right? Where's my controls? Vibration, foot, jump, rotate, throw, shoot weapons, sprint. Oh, right. Okay, I do have a dodge. Okay. Felled by lightning in 1937, this exceptionally tall Rocky Mountain Douglas fir was over 200 years old. According to the local legends, it stretched beyond the stars. After it fell, it was measured to be 66 meters tall, nearly a record length. Okay. Okay, what the fuck is the point of having a dodge? Like, I don't seem to actually be able to dodge. Like, the dodge is really, like, shit. If I'm being honest. I need to actually go back. Because I am, like, so low on health. Oh, goody. That's what I need. More dickheads. Go get my health back. Alright, where'd you dickheads go? Yeah, I see you down there. There was 3 of you assholes, wasn't there? Well, maybe not. I kinda, like, it kinda sounds like somebody, like, I can hear someone, but... Huh. Well, I don't know. Weird. Okay, I definitely hit A while it was in the green, not when it was all the way over there, but whatever. Alright, generator up. A new area. Safe, I guess.
I turned the corner, afraid of what the flashlight's beam might reveal. Suddenly, a roughly painted symbol of a torch glowed in the light. Behind it, hidden by a rock, sat a battered metal trunk. It was here for a reason. Packed with supplies, batteries, flares, ammo. Things you need to make it through the darkness of the night. Something left behind by someone who knew what I knew, and more.
Yeah, in theory. Okay. Got a busted thing there. Broken fence. Okay. That's clearly the broken fence. There it is. Okay. Okay, time to continue on the path, I guess. This is a long ass fucking way up there. Bear alert. Well, that's not good. I saw that. Okay. Oh my fucking Christ. Really? Like, wow. Yeah, I gotta say, the combat in this game is rather shit. I mean, it takes him so long to swap weapons. Like, there's a huge delay between pressing the button and then him actually switching. Then the fact that you can't even, like, fire on them for, like, a good few seconds. The dodge is, like, a real shit delay as well. Like, yeah, I don't know. Because, like, if you're already holding... Yeah, I don't know. It's not good. Okay. Don't know why that... Dates from 1846, the year of the Oregon Treaty, eh? This tree ring was cut from... Oh, the tree this ring was cut from started growing in 1846, the year the Oregon Treaty was signed. Other notable events marked on the ring. Washington Territory was formed, the founding of the Bright Falls Mining Company, and the town itself. Washington was granted statehood. Tree damaged in a forest fire. Bright Falls Mining Company closes its doors after a volcanic eruption below Cauldron Lake. Mount St. Helens erupts, and then tree felled by storm. Okay. That's interesting. I will say one thing that makes the combat tolerable in this game is the health. Like, I take quite a bit of damage. Like, I got my ass beat in that last fight. And the fact that you just need to come to one of these lights to regen your health, I mean, like I said, it definitely makes it tolerable.
Agent Nightingale didn't want to be in Bright Falls. These little communities revolted him, and he didn't like the trees or the coffee. He now knew that impossible horrors lurked behind the storefronts and smiles. He desperately wanted to turn the car around and just drive until he passed out or ran out of road and booze. But he had a job to do. He had a rider to catch, at any cost.
So he was drinking and driving, this agent? Oh, that's not good. Okay. Finally got it. Shift positions. Oh. God, how long have we been going so far? Oh, well, we're over an hour already. Not much over, but let's see. And we're doing pretty good on the collectibles, it looks like. We're pretty far down the list. Remain seated and do not swing. Cabin, keep arms and head inside open. Can you count this as a cabin if it's open like this?